Throw up the sign, what?
What's going on, everyone? It is I, your Real Talk Wrestling Champion, the Reaper of Real Talk, and I am joined alongside the Sultan of Swag, Big Bad Booty Daddy himself.
Hey guys, it's me, it's the BBBD, and unlike Raw, our champion will always be on the podcast. No disrespect, but I just want to say we're back and better than ever. That's right, guys, it's been a long time, and we got two new recruits in the podcast, and we got one of them here today, so introduce yourself.
My name's Youngblood. Old school, while still being a fan of the new style. My favorite wrestler.
Tell us more about yourself, Youngblood. What is your favorite wrestler, and how long have you been into wrestling?
My favorite wrestler is Edge. I've been into wrestling since I was 4. I seen Kane light the ring on fire in a game. Kind of got hooked.
That's good. And do you have a favorite match that you
Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25.
See, that's everybody's favorite. That's everybody's favorite.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. That match was amazing, though. You can't knock that match.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I was there in the building.
Oh, you was there in the building?
In the building, though.
Okay.
I was there. So it holds it especially special.
Well, yeah, if you were there to see it in real life, then yeah, that's understandable.
Right, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
I have to say about professional wrestling, though, when you watch it in real life, if you've never been to a wrestling event, you really have no idea what the wrestling is like unless you actually go see it for yourself, because it's a lot different watching it on the television.
It really is. It's an experience like none other.
Oh yeah, it's like it's very emotional too. But speaking of emotions, we missed 2 episodes of Raw SmackDown. And unlike the past reviews where we break down each segment, we're actually gonna just talk about the key components of the shows in just 5 minutes basically. So
I'm not gonna lie, this break was much needed for how horrible Fastlane and the Raws were and shit.
Yes, it was. We needed some time. I think this is the first time I wasn't really even looking forward to watching wrestling. Like, I always try to say, okay, I have to see this, gotta see that, but it was like if I missed the episode, I was like, nothing important. I mean, this WrestleMania build has been very lackluster, and I just realized last night there's 11 matches confirmed, and I was thinking that there was only like 4 or 5 matches there. There's actually 11 matches. Did you guys know that?
11?
11 matches. And I was thinking only like 3 or 4 or 5 that was confirmed.
I was thinking 8.
I mean, and let's be honest, these days with having YouTube and like being able to go online to watch it anyway, you don't really even need to sit down to watch the whole thing. Like, if you know something interesting happens, you can just go online, look up the segment on YouTube, and not really miss anything.
Right, or you could just look up Xavier Woods and Paige and Brad Maddox, and you got yourself a good 3-hour fun time of Monday Night Raw.
I'm surprised they actually had New Day on Raw after all that stuff that went on. Though I figured they'd keep Xavier Woods off TV for a while.
I mean, you can't keep Woods out because he's really over. The New Day in whole is over, so you can't get rid of them. So I'm
not saying get rid of him. I'm just saying, like, with all this controversy going on, I figured they would have kept him off TV for a while because I guarantee you that crowd up in, was it
Brooklyn?
We didn't really talk about last night's Raw, but it's kind of goes with the whole subject of what happened and shit. The crowd in Brooklyn, for a fact they were chanting some silly shit.
Because there was rumors saying that they were saying, I think Woods Page, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Woods F Page, stuff like that. We want Page.
There was New Day Fox chance.
Oh, there, that was it. New, yeah, I am. That's
I
very
heard
funny.
it pretty interesting. They did address the New Day did slightly address it with that opening up and them just both staring at Xavier.
Yeah. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about not last week's Raw, but the past 2 weeks of Raw and SmackDown. And honestly, the only thing that's really stood out on Monday Night Raw for me personally
Was the ending?
has been three things only: the Mick Foley, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Seth Rollins segment from I think it was last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had, I don't know if it was last week or the week before that, where you had HBK and Roman Reigns have a segment.
That was last week. Both of which were last week.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, last week was that in Hull, and then the week after that was I believe it was Taker challenging Roman. Yeah, it was Taker challenging Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is which is very weird for Taker challenging Roman on a 3-week build to WrestleMania. I mean, so far the only heat between Taker and Roman is Roman eliminating Taker at Royal Rumble, which is kind of odd.
That and the fact Roman keeps saying the words, "It's my yard."
I mean,
that's about it.
Yeah,
let's be honest, though, it ain't the Undertaker's yard anymore. The Undertaker lost that claim when he lost to Lesnar at Mania.
Yeah, it's Lesnar's yard.
Yeah,
and he did whatever he wants to now. I mean, he's about to beat Goldberg and don't even show up to Raw after Mania. How much y'all want to bet? But speaking of this, I want to get this say this about Taker and Roman. If they're building this because of the Royal Rumble elimination, they did horribly. Let me show you. Let me tell you back. Take you back. WrestleMania 21. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. You want to know how they started the feud? The Royal Rumble when Shawn eliminated Kurt Angle when Angle was on fire. Kurt Angle came back, eliminated Shawn, and busted him open. What does Taker do? Wait 4 weeks later to attack Roman? That doesn't add up.
And for a while there, I thought he was actually going to be going after Strowman too, because it was the way it started on Raw. It was a match between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman for the 15,000th time. God forbid we haven't seen that enough already.
Hey, 16,000. Get your facts straight.
Even though I really enjoy Strowman in the ring, he's actually gotten a lot better than what he was last year. But Roman and Strowman were having a match and all that crap, and Undertaker comes out. I can't remember if Undertaker cost Roman Reigns the match or if he just made the match end.
No, you're thinking of last night's Raw. This is how it happened.
Strowman, it was a no contest.
Strowman called out Roman, and then Taker came out.
No contest. I'm talking about the week, not last week, but when Roman. Oh yeah, they didn't even have a match.
Yeah, Strowman called it.
Calling out Roman Reigns, and Undertaker came out instead.
See, I was looking forward to Taker versus Strowman. Unlike last year, where they rumored it, and I was like, "Oh, Strowman, he's not worthy enough for Taker." And now this whole year, he improved so much. I was like,
he
"Yes."
Proved himself worthy.
Yeah, I was like, "Yes, Strowman, Taker, give it to me." And then, just like Royal Rumble, entered number 30. Bundum, you're jobbing to me.
My always take on the song is, "Oh fuck, not this fucking guy."
It's basically a cry for help, saying, "You're jobbing to me." When you hear that song, just know either you're putting Roman over, or Roman, is losing dirty. You ain't getting a clean win over him.
Me and my friends started making a drinking game for every time Roman Reigns does something.
Oh, they get over or just
Well, what it used to be for John Cena, but since Cena has actually started putting people over, we switched John Cena with Roman Reigns. Now it's whenever Roman Reigns kicks out at 2, you have to take a shot. Whenever Roman Reigns goes to cock his fist and do a Superman punch, you have to take a shot. Whenever he hits the drive-by, take a shot. Whenever he,
I just like that move.
like, you know, his match against Kevin Owens at, was it, did he, no, he didn't face Kevin Owens at
Royal
Fastlane,
Rumble.
did he? Yeah.
It was Royal Rumble.
When he faced Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble, every time he does something fucking crazy, take a shot. Gets hit with the brass knuckles, still kicks out, you have to take a shot.
yeah, that,
Gets
don't,
put
don't get
through
me started. That was just ridiculous. Brass knuckles, a stunner.
the
I went through the table. Roman Reigns, what the?
Sitting there going,
Yes. It's a proven fact, by the way. Roman Reigns gets stronger and stronger the more you hit him.
Oh yeah, this Roman Reigns is legit Superman.
no, wait, is he a Saiyan?
He's a Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan.
Seems like it.
Anyway, we're getting way off track. So, going back to what I was saying about not last week, but the week before that, with Strowman coming out, confronting Roman Reigns. Undertaker comes out, gets into the ring with Strowman. Strowman doesn't say anything. He literally just gets out of the ring out of respect for Undertaker. And that pop from the crowd for winning that match was amazing, by the way, if you remember it. And
It's the ultimate blue balls from Vince again.
yeah. Yeah, so the fans want Strowman versus Undertaker, but we're getting Roman Reigns versus Undertaker, and from what the rumors are, it's going to be a retirement match.
Oh, see,
Yeah, that was my reaction.
this is how it should have been. It should have been Taker and Kane fighting it out one last time, or Taker versus Cena. Honestly, I don't think people wouldn't mind Taker versus Cena, especially Cena since 2015. I mean,
I would have preferred Undertaker versus Cena, to be honest, but the only time I would have preferred Taker versus Kane again at Mania, my whole dream with The Undertaker before Lesnar broke the streak was I wanted Kane to be the one to break The Undertaker's streak. I thought it would have been fitting because,
the brothers.
yeah.
I kind of wanted Shawn to break it, but that's the story for another day.
Like, frankly, I don't like The Undertaker, and I can't stand the idea of Roman Reigns retiring him.
Wait, you don't like Taker?
I like his American Badass style, but never got really that big of a fan of his regular persona.
I'm not going to lie, I never was a fan of his Dead Man persona either. However, I acknowledge what he does for the company and shit.
Oh,
so.
most definitely.
I think you're.
He's the phenom that
I think you guys are
deserves every bit
insane.
of adulation.
Didn't he want Kurt Angle to break his streak, though, at one
Yeah,
time?
yeah. Around WrestleMania 22, he wanted a good WrestleMania match, and he said he went to Kurt saying, "I want to wrestle you," and he didn't care if he lose or wins, as long as he get a good WrestleMania match. And Vince rejected it because he didn't want Undertaker to lose, so he made Taker versus Kurt No Way Out for the world title, and then gave Undertaker Mark Henry.
I remember reading that Lesnar didn't want to break the streak either, though. But they just kind of said, "No, you're doing it."
Whoa. At least we know Brock has his soft side anyways, but we're getting off track. Let's get back to it. Any other keynotes of Raw? I mean, there was a confirmed that we were having a three-way tag team match for the Raw tag team titles.
which is
Yeah.
the Club, Sheamus and Cesaro, and Enzo and Cass.
See, if we can touch on that, it should have been the New Day and the Club and Enzo and Cass. Sheamus and Cesaro should have had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania, just because WrestleMania is really it has like all the matches in WrestleMania has like a lackluster build, and it's really felt like it's really like it only has like what Owens and Jericho that's really built. Brock and Goldberg is sadly built. Randy and Bray is built, and that's pretty much it. Only like three, and I guess Corbin and Dean, but it's not confirmed yet. But
Corbin Dean.
it's not confirmed yet, but it's been built for a while now. So I mean, AJ
Another
Shane.
match that I'm slightly looking forward to, if nothing else, for the rest of the promos in the build is the mixed tag match
Yeah,
between Cena and The Miz.
Nikki versus Cena and Nikki versus Miz and Maurice. Yeah. The only reason I'm looking forward to that match was because of the promos they've been doing.
Miz reinvented himself at that draft.
Oh yeah, the Miz is literally must see.
Yeah.
Which stinks to me. And
you're talking about how you think the New Day should be in that match. Honestly, in my opinion, I think it should have been a fatal four-way match.
Oh, really?
I don't think the New Day should have been in it at all. Because they're the host of WrestleMania. Therefore, so unless you got someone else to do the host position, they should be involved.
Well, why the New Day host? There's a question.
That's the thing. There's three of them. There's three of them. So you don't need all three of them there by the ring at one time. When they have their match, the two that's going to wrestle the match can go down to the ring to have their match. I'm pretty sure unless they're going to have the ring set up like it is on Raw to where it's up on the ramp, the other person will be at ringside literally on commentary to the point to where they can still pull the New Day shenanigans.
That could work. I don't know.
Plus, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've become a fan of Sheamus and Cesaro's tag team, although I still think they should have pushed Cesaro as a singles competitor.
They still can. It's not too late. It's never too late.
Unpopular opinion, Cesaro as a sports entertainer is overrated.
You can always.
As a wrestler, there's no. As a wrestler, he's fantastic.
I actually have to agree with that somewhat. Cesaro is an amazing wrestler, but for what type of wrestling WWE puts forth, I honestly think he'd be better off in a place like Ring of Honor or New Japan to where he can actually showcase his abilities.
Yeah, he should go back to Ring of Honor.
I think he should have been on SmackDown where his talent would be more recognized.
SmackDown would be good, but let's compare Cesaro from NXT when he had that match of the year with candidate with Sami Zayn.
And William Regal, don't forget that match.
That was the first NXT match.
Don't forget him and William Regal. They put on a good match too. Very emotional.
Yep. I mean, every person from NXT, like you could literally go back to NXT and watch their matches there, and you'd be able to find matches that are 10 times better. Sami Zayn versus Neville, all their matches in NXT were amazing.
One of my favorites that got really pushed down to jobber status is Tyler Reed. He had some amazing matches.
Yeah, Tyler Breeze in NXT, his gimmick actually worked for him in NXT. Now he just becomes a jobber. Hell, even Adam Rose when he was there, his gimmick in NXT was amazing. He had some good matches. That's the problem with WWE.
How do you think Bo Dallas feels?
At least Monday Night Raw. SmackDown.
Adam Rose kind of brought his own upper status with the arrest.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like when he was there, his matches on NXT actually stood out. That's not to say he didn't do stupid crap.
True. And another person who I was kind of on into in NXT and I can't stand now is Mojo Rawley. Back then it looked like real exciting on SmackDown. It looks like he's just trying to manufacture it.
So anyway, we so it's pretty much been confirmed. Taker is going to be fighting Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It may or may not be a retirement match because I think right now Vince is still trying to talk to Taker about staying with the company after WrestleMania, but Taker's not having any of it. So
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
like
if
this will be.
look at Taker after the choke slam from Raw last night. I think it's time for Taker to go. Oh my god.
Other than that, the only thing that stood out, like I said, is there is a segment last week on Raw to where Stephanie McMahon told Mick Foley that she wants him to fire any one person on the Raw roster by the end of the episode. The person he ended up trying to fire was Stephanie himself. He told her basically that everything that was going wrong with Raw was her fault, that she's thinking about herself more than the wrestlers in the back and the well-being of the fans and stuff. Hunter eventually had a grab, came out and confronted Mick Foley. Mick Foley would go back, was acting like he was going to go back to the back and all that crap, and he pulled out Mr. Sacco, attacked Triple H with it, which in turn caused Stephanie to low blow him. Seth Rollins came out to attack Triple H. It worked for about maybe all of a minute or two. Triple H exited the ring, came back, and attacked Seth with his crutch, and now Seth's WrestleMania match is in question again.
Something else that you didn't mention, I thought was really interesting, and I think it's what got Foley to snap, is the fact that Triple H basically said he would be fired and bury Noel. More personal effect.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He did mention Foley's daughter, didn't he?
As well as kicking Dewey off the writings team.
Oh no wonder Raw sucks.
So anything stand out for you guys then, or?
Let's talk about good wrestling. Let's talk about SmackDown.
Alright, now see, SmackDown, there's very little wrong with SmackDown. Though the things that are, yeah.
The only bad part about SmackDown these days is just Dolph Ziggler.
I think the worst thing about it is their tag division. Because American Alpha is great, but they're putting on Cena and Roman-like matches in which they get destroyed throughout the match and then suddenly hit 2 moves and win.
So what you're saying is the tag team division needs a revival?
Hey, don't steal my joke. Do not steal my joke. That is my joke.
I think they do need a revival. Or maybe a couple do-it-yourselfers. You know, a little DIY.
I would love DIY on SmackDown. They're actually my favorite tag team in NXT right now.
Same. Though I wish such conflict would be separately. Because psycho.
So anyway, SmackDown. Is there anything that you want to touch up on BBBB? Because I really don't have much that stands out for me all at one time because it's all been pretty much good.
Um, for the sake of making sure we talk about the key components of SmackDown, Baron Corbin kind of injuring Dean Ambrose, so he wasn't on SmackDown last week. We have what else? Kurt Hawkins is in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which should be deleted. I mean, good God, just bring back Money in the Bank on WrestleMania. Then you have AJ attacking Shane McMahon. So sadly, it's AJ and Shane.
AJ getting storyline fired.
Yeah, which is
something someone else pointed out.
What's
something someone else pointed out to me is Shane walked out there and said, "Now you do have an opponent." Never actually stated that the opponent is Shane. While it's a slim possibility, there is a chance that it's Shane.
No, technically he said it's me.
Well, what if it wasn't Shane?
He said it's me at the end of his promo.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of, depending on where you was at, it kind of cut off at the last second, but it said that he has an opponent now, and then it says it's me, and then it cut off to the next show. So depending on which wherever you was watching it from, you heard the it's me part, or it cut off to the next show. Chrisley knows best.
Okay.
Honestly, I was hoping we would have gotten Shinsuke versus AJ at WrestleMania.
Or Kurt.
Or possibly and I know this is something that I've just always wanted, Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels apparently wants to face AJ as well. That's who he would want to face, he said.
Yeah, but Shawn doesn't want to wrestle no more.
That's a... Well, then again, Goldberg didn't want to wrestle no more either. For the right amount of money, and she can get anybody to do anything.
Right. I mean, ask Paige. Well, I'm sure I say Sunny because she was the first to do it, but no, actually, you try. Basically, the name is endless. China, Sunny, all of them.
To be fair with Sunny, she did it at the time. No one really wanted her to do it anymore.
Yeah, you can say that again. I didn't want to watch it.
One thing I do have to say about the whole Paige situation, a lot of people like to say WWE likes to screw Paige and bury her lately. No, WWE didn't screw Paige. Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox screwed Paige.
Also, Paige screwed Paige. Right in the ass.
And that real.
Oh, God. So, honestly, SmackDown has had very little wrong with it for me. I kind of agree with Booty Daddy over here. The only thing wrong with SmackDown that I'm not enjoying right now is Dolph Ziggler and...
the tag division so far.
Well, that's the thing, though. I enjoy the tag division and shit. I like the Usos heel gimmick, although I think they should do a little bit more with them on it.
Well, here's what happened. They failed to capitalize on it. Like, remember when the Usos cut that promo? When it was in that crowd? I mean, that was at the peak of the feud where it should have been, we see more of these guys. Like, the Usos beat American Alpha the next week on SmackDown, and then a week later, Uso says that we want you guys, but we want you at Mania to take your tag titles. That should have been what happened.
Am I the only one who thinks that fucking NXT should actually have a WrestleMania match, though?
They might. They did one last year, so.
I mean, because that's the thing, though. They keep on hyping NXT up as the future of pro wrestling, but I can guarantee you something right now. All my friends who don't watch NXT and who just watch Raw and SmackDown as casual viewers and shit, they have no clue who people like Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn and all them were when they come out. So they should start putting NXT wrestlers on the actual pay-per-views to help showcase them more for fans that don't
You,
watch or aren't able to watch NXT.
you know what they should do? The pre-show matches should have been an NXT title match. The NXT World Titles on the pre-show.
No.
Yeah, think about it. That will help actually explore more better. Because not a lot of people
Yeah,
watch NXT, but they watch the
right now,
pre-shows.
because
But it
think
would
of
be
it
now
this,
an NXT title match at Takeover.
yeah, but here's the thing though. Like right now, what are we getting with the pre-show? Some jobber matches between people that nobody cares about, and then when they do put main roster championships on the pre-show, everybody complains. Every time they put a United States title match on the pre-show, everybody uses it to say, "Oh, it's on the pre-show. They're downgrading the title." But if you put wrestlers from NXT on the pre-show, then not only does it also showcase them on the main roster, it doesn't take away anything from the NXT Championship because it's being able to be showcased on a main roster pay-per-view.
And not only that, NXT is still a developmental brand. So being on a pre-show actually gives them more exposure saying, yo, these guys are doing this. I might have to start watching NXT to see what else they can do and build the story up.
I agree completely that NXT should be on the pre-show. I just don't think for the NXT title because they have the takeover the night before. So if you have a big title change, but that was unexpected, you can just expect it to change back.
Well, Takeover only occurs during the big four pay-per-views. Like, you're not going to see another Takeover till SummerSlam. So
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You could do it in sometimes, but like at WrestleMania, I don't think so. With Takeover the day before.
Even if it does happen at WrestleMania, like I think this takeover we're having Bobby Roode versus. Did they have Roode's opponent yet?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke.
Yeah, they're having Roode versus Nakamura. So if Nakamura wins it at Takeover, that could then mean Roode could challenge for his rematch clause at WrestleMania. So not only are you having two NXT Championship matches 2 nights in a row, you're also showcasing both competitors not only at Takeover but also at WrestleMania and giving the title showcasing too. So
It's like I think that they could put a main roster guy and have him get put up against an NXT guy.
Like, let's have Big Show and let him get put over somebody.
Well, I mean, if you're going to use the pre-show to put over people, then yeah, don't have it be for the title matches. But if you're going to have it be for a title, honestly, I really don't see the problem with having 2 NXT champion matches 2 nights in a row.
Let's talk about the whole Big Show. Oh, I feel bad for him because he got into really big shape for this one big match with Shaq, and then Shaq seeing how he got in shape and backed out. And so Big Show is going to be doing the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
You know what? Big Show should have fought Braun.
Strowman versus Big Show again.
They should have did that. Strowman versus Big Show, instead of having that good match on Raw, had Big Show versus Strowman on WrestleMania. Would it help?
That I would look at again.
It would be.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. When they kept on hyping up Strowman versus Big Show, I didn't give a fuck. They were like talking about it the whole night. I was like, I do not care about this match. I do not want to see these two wrestle. Then I watched the match. It's like, holy crap, this is amazing.
I agree. I was sitting there. I was like, I basically had my TV on and it was playing sound, but I wasn't paying attention. And I started to watch into this match, and I couldn't take my eyes off. It actually made big man wrestling look good again.
Completely agree. Anything else we gotta talk about? I mean, anything else I gotta like to say?
There is one thing I do want to touch up on: the Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt storyline. What the heck was all that last week with Bray Wyatt rubbing dirt and all that crap on his face, talking like he was infused with the spirit of the devil and shit? Because, like, I walked in at the middle, towards the tail end of that promo because I was cooking dinner and stuff, so I have no idea what the hell he was talking about.
It was intense.
He ritual summoned a monster, basically.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. He's basically like taking the spirit of Sister Abigail, from what I could see, and infusing himself with it.
So basically, the whole "you didn't kill Sister Abigail, she lives on through me" type of shit.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
what I got from it.
Yeah, pretty much. What they should have done is brought in his actual sister and made her be Sister Abigail, reincarnated. But that's just me.
Honestly,
Yeah, I thought that was
honestly, that's the one thing I've been waiting for. They've been talking about Sister Abigail for how many years now, and
If we're counting NXT, probably a long time.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody.
A bit of a one-heart mystery.
Where's Luke Harper?
But I would agree.
I think it was a couple podcasts ago, me and Booty Daddy and Prodigy were talking about people who they could bring in to be Sister Abigail, and I think we talked about Nikki Cross being one of the people.
Oh, yes.
And I can't.
She would be an excellent choice. Especially people who don't watch NXT.
I'm scared about them putting in an actual Sister Abigail because there are rumors that they were going to redo it. In which case, I just don't want to happen.
Eva Marie?
Yeah. Those were the rumors that I was hearing going around.
I never heard that rumor, but WWE does crazy stuff, like putting Roman over and trying to make Roman beat Taker, but I don't think they're stupid to do that.
They did have... Yeah, I mean, Vince goes a little crazy when it comes to tits. I mean, women.
No, you had it right, tits.
Let's be honest, that's probably one of the only reasons why Paige isn't getting in trouble for the sex tape, because Vince McMahon has probably watched that shit at least 30 times over and go, hey, I quite enjoy that video. Oh, you want to know something funny about the whole Paige Xavier Woods thing? The night after that happened, Vince McMahon fucking released a thing on Twitter congratulating Xavier Woods for all the views on his videos and stuff.
And he didn't say up, down, down.
Yeah, his channel up, down, down, but they literally gave no context onto what the hell he was talking about. He said, congratulations for all the views on your videos and stuff, and literally all of Twitter took that as an opportunity to fucking talk about the Paige and Xavier and Black Maddox. Like, he'll say, you enjoyed it too, huh?
To be the very first reply to Paige saying that she got hacked and that it was her private photo said, "Yeah, I know. That really sucked." They were nice though.
It was Twitter.
I put out a tweet, and it was the same night that I put it out. They said the next morning it was just appeared. I put out the photo. It said, "Today we are all Brad Maddox fans."
Well, I guess there's nothing to talk about SmackDown. I mean, obviously we all agree that SmackDown for the past 2 weeks beat Raw. SmackDown's coming on in the next hour, so we gotta. You'd like to say something?
Yeah, actually, I would agree for once that not last week's Raw, but the week before, it actually did topple SmackDown, in my opinion.
Oh, you think so?
I will give Raw its props, though. after Fastlane and shit, it has gotten slightly better to the point where I am going to be giving it C grades for the last 2 weeks as opposed to the usual F grades I give it.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I mean, both shows been CB range for me, so it don't really matter. I'm just waiting for WrestleMania to actually come, so it could be like, okay, this is what we suffered through.
I'm really nervous they're gonna.
Let's be honest though, Raw after WrestleMania is going to be NA. It usually is. I think there's only been one or two times to where Raw after Mania has sucked. So
Like last year's.
Yeah.
last year's.
And to be fair, the last year's WrestleMania was pretty bad.
Wasn't Raw after Mania where Owens won the title though on Raw, or what the hell happened with that one?
Raw after Mania is the one where Cesaro came back, Miz won the IC title, and Apollo Crews debuted.
Okay, Miz winning the IC title was probably one of the best things.
It was that secretly low key best thing because I think everybody was kind of sad that Zack lost the title so fast, but that Miz run was definitely worth it though. That Miz run was definitely worth it.
I've always liked the Miz though, so I can't. I was like, that sucks for Ryder, but
I liked the Miz before it was cool. So.
Alright, so is that everything we all have to touch up on then?
Alright, I believe so. Yeah, so
Oh, there is one more thing that has got my interest. What exactly do y'all think they're going to have Alexa Bliss do? They said they've basically been being purposely ominous about what kind of match it's going to be.
I think Championship Scramble. Or Battle Royale.
That's what I'm hoping against.
Bra and panties on a pole match.
Oh!
Yes!
Reaper, are you Vince Russo today? Bra and panties on a pole match. The first one to put them on wins.
Okay, serious talk though. Honestly, I would like to see a Diva Steel Cage match.
Ooh.
See, I don't think that can work because
that's really interesting considering it's everybody on the roster.
It's too many. I mean, I feel like it'll be too many people in a steel cage. Maybe a Hell in a Cell, but a steel cage, no.
I've heard rumors that it's going to be Asuka losing her title on TakeOver and then going to WrestleMania the next night and winning the women's title, just like that.
You know what they should do? Let Asuka beat Goldberg's record and then come to SmackDown.
Oh, I think she did last week.
No. She got a few more. I think she got like 25 more wins left till she does it.
No. She was like 15 a couple months ago.
I mean, I gotta look it up. I haven't.
His actual record, not his WCW inflated record. Once they did the
yeah, the 150 thing.
Like 154.
But I know she's like in the 130s right now.
I don't know.
But before we hang out, there's one thing I have to say, and we have yet to touch it. So, John, I will do the honors because it's my gimmick. WrestleMania is missing one person to make it interesting. And Hunter, do you know who that one person is?
Chris Benoit.
It's the Rabbit Wolverine, Chris Benoit. Reaper, take it away. It's how many?
That is one Benoit clock.
Mother. And yes, I had to get that in. This is the Big Bad Booty Daddy. I'm here with a champion who's always going to show up on the episode. Shout out to Raw.
The Reaper of Real Talk Wrestling, and I am also joined alongside the new recruit, the
Youngblood.
Yep.
Youngblood, how does it feel to be the youngest jobber in this group?
Well, I don't know how long I am going to maintain the jobber status, but it feels good.
Well, once you put over John, you might come back to mid card. But after that, I hope you enjoy your first episode with us. And our leaving question is, why is Goldberg and Lesnar not showing up on Raw the final weeks of WrestleMania?
No, that's not our leaving question. Our leaving question is if you could book Paige in a video with any one diva, who would it be?
No, that's actually better. A better question is there any links to Caitlyn and Victoria and Melina leaks? Because I heard they came out today. And is there any leaks that anybody has that they can send for educational reasoning? Just saying.
Research.
Yes.
Research.
Anyway, to answer my own question before we go, the video I always wanted to see, especially when they were having their gimmick together on WWE, was Paige and AJ.
Oh,
that one's great.
That was a missed opportunity.
One would be great, but I also want to see Bliss.
I kind of want to
Paige and Bliss.
I kind of want to see Nikki Bella, Nikki or Becky.
So yeah, like
okay.
The video guy said, if you have any leaks or videos, send them our way. We are here to do only for educational purposes. We like to do our research and to help out the community learning about the concepts of anatomy.
Yeah, and how do you put in the proper headlock and Xavier Woods' finishing maneuver is lost in the woods. So I'm trying to see where did Paige get lost in the woods and how she kicked out. So I'm just very curious. And Paige is on a rampage. So yeah, it's a rampage. So Vida say and like, share, and comment. This is Real Talk Wrestling signing out.